Hello and welcome, this is Talon bringing another episode in our Novgorod playthrough where we're going for the Frozen Assets Achievement. We're going to need to have 90% of the trade value of the White Sea, also the most powerful node in the world. Last time we took a little bit of land to destabilize the Lubeck trade node, which was actually pretty wildly successful. Lubeck dropped down a couple spots. The nodes that we have to contend with still are the Coromandel, which is over in India, Sevilla, which is in Spain, Lubeck still, Beijing, and the English Channel. So in between episodes, I was kind of thinking about why is the English Channel so powerful? Now, usually it's very powerful, and it has a lot of local trade because England is a powerhouse in terms of production, but also they have Chesapeake Bay and the Caribbean, they can funnel up into here from the New World. But by virtue of France having such a weak game, all of that champagne, right? That champagne trade value is being funneled up. So if we start to pick away at England, right? If we take the North Sea from them, unfortunately Scotland does not retain any cores. So one idea was to, well, there are a couple permanent. Yeah, so we could take something from them and release Scotland to get some reconquest going. We could also, at some point, try and vassalize France and reclaim much of that. And if France is retaining more of this trade, then that weakens the English Channel. But those are things to think about long run. We still have a ton of aggressive expansion over here. We can let that tick down over time, and to that end, I think we want an improved relations guy. We're going to lose out on dip power, but we are flying through our trade ideas. We are going to have a lot of unrest issues, I think, as the game goes on, so I like the idea of sticking humanists. The only other thing I was thinking was maybe taking a military idea and sort of flexing on the Ottomans a little bit. Because they have quantity and offensive, so if we look at the ideas that they have, quantity is just manpower forever, and offensive is leaders, siege ability, land force limit, so they get a little bit of discipline from that, but I don't think we can look at the army comparison. Rivals. So their discipline is not... That's a little insane. But our morale is higher. So, who knows? But I think, yeah, getting a little bit more stability will help us kind of in that blobbing effort. So what can we do in the meantime? Timurids is fighting with Artable. It might be worth it to try and get Artable to like us enough that we can enforce peace with them. When did this war start? Maybe not too long ago. Maybe worth a try. We've got some free diplomats. So let's improve relations. We can get 15 that way. We're in a year tick, so we can do all those little tricks. Commonwealth, they hate us because we continue to refuse to reject our claims. This is just going to fire eventually. Let's see, Gotland or Separatists. 10k. We can just leave this 12 here. Maybe bring you back down around. Where's our other... You're in Delhi, waiting for some of that to fire. I think that's fine. We have Kazani. Let's see. Man, it's 98. And we're halfway to halfway there. We have a couple of loans, so we can just, when we go down to partial maintenance, rooting at corruption, missionaries, this is all good. Maybe turn our forts off. Kazani's are SYZ. Is there any fort near here? No. So let's let that. Alright, so those guys are black flagged. These guys will be trapped basically forever. The other thing I was thinking about is absolutism increases the annexation, or decreases the annexation cost. I think Norway gets a, because they did not take, they didn't take any colonization ideas, but they do have a colony, so they probably get one through their just idea set. So let's go back to Artable. So that's 50. Oh yeah, we can definitely do it. So let's... Can't do that. Well, let's influence them. That's expensive, but I think this will be worth it. And offer military access. I don't know, we just offer them an alliance. Great. That's us at our limit. Cannot make the Timurids. Actually, we're right on the border here. So let's come up this way. And yeah, let's turn our forts on. Let's start paying full maintenance. And then when we have a diplomat back, Ottomans, you're still at war with Portugal. Alright, so we're in a war with the Timurids. So what we want to do is get just a shit ton of personal war score as quickly as possible. So to that end, let's break you into 2 units. So we want a sieging stack and a fighting stack. So we'll take our 7 guy and we'll take our 4 guy. So 4 guy there, 7 guy. Gonna send a bit down there, down there. And they're not gonna be seeing, they're not gonna expect it from this side. They have a good number, but I don't know where they are. That's fine. And we are trapped there. So we can start ferrying. Does that cut down on our... Alright, Commonwealth. So let's go back to... We want to have 1 free diplomat just in case we need to get out of this war real quick. Alright, they're still at war with Portugal. Do we want to pay a bunch of money for Patriarch Authority? I guess so, it stinks, but what are you gonna do? Alright, so you're there. Alright, we want to run that siege. Let's go on to the capital. So their army is massing up there. Let's see, personal war score against the Timurids of 12. Well, the one thing we want to do is we want to annul their treaties with the Ottomans. So if we can get that, that would be absolutely dope. Let's do this until the end of our days. We can do one more outraged countries. And we'll go ahead and get that going. Commonwealth, would you guys have anything to contribute? I mean, that's a great army and I would love it, but I don't think you can get here in time for what we're doing. This way, this way. Around low. We're going to take some land, so I think that, you know what, the effect of having 25 more religious unity, I think would be pretty incredible. So why don't we go ahead and grab that. Does that change any of this? Yeah, it changes a lot of this. We'll just, it still costs what it costs. That's fine. No. Ottomans, you cannot have access. So we hold their capital, so dissolve those alliances, and for some reason that makes Vineland not trust us as much. Are there any important trading? You would take that? Okay. I like the idea of this. We're going to need a little bit more war score for that, though. And then we can get trade steering, which I think would be pretty fantastic. So let's look at, we're doing in 4906, and we get trade steering plus 25%. $52. So that's a good little bump. How you guys doing over here? Oh, that's not actually so bad. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then let's see, we take this. No, we're not gonna. So a nice short truce. We grab some land, nice short truce. Totally fine. Heartable. Where is... That's 25%. Whoa, that's like solid. Okay, that means it's like impossible. Alright. Alright, for forever, I guess. Let's go ahead and make that a core. Can we get some clicks? Nope. So we'll wait on that. And spend some to buy that down. Okay. So you guys can head back down here. What do we need? We need 102. Alright. Cossacks can have a little bit of land. Finland, happily marry you. Strengthen that government. And I'll start an Inquisitor. Oh, we don't have any of the guys that I like. Let me spend a bit firing these level 1 guys. Let a month go by. I think better to dissolve that alliance sooner rather than later. Inflation reduction, tax, and prestige. Good on prestige. You know, I really want... I'll give it another try. Don't know what's going on over there. French separatists, that could be cool. England, we're ahead of time in terms of, yeah, missionary strength. Damn, it's expensive, but we can afford it. That's looking much, much better than it was a minute ago. These guys are maybe gonna fire. We can just leave that as it is. Danish separatists, how large? 35k. Let's go ahead and just tamp that down a little bit. Why are you so unhappy? Discontent. Yikes. Is our overextension really that bad? Oh. I wonder if there's a more valuable. Yeah, I think that's a good. Shayland is gonna be costly. That's okay. Alright, you're still a vassal of Ming. Again. So, yeah, not a lot of African trade happening, which is interesting. That's probably why Spain is going as it's going. Do we go and do a little Circassia expansion? Grab some of this? I think so. Mirti. I could almost do it in one war. I think what we do is grab that and keep the Ottomans from taking more of them. That seems pretty worthwhile. Timurids are getting their butts kicked. We have truce with them. Yeah, they might get that alliance back, but I think this is a good move. We can buy things down if we're getting worried about it. It's expensive, but bringing up our absolutism. We don't really have anything to spend our military points on right now, so let's come down this way. Getting 40 a turn. Our country's getting more and more stable. Okay, national unrest. That'd be great. And then this next war, we do not. And Tunis is looking strong. In this next war, we don't actually need to pay any admin, because we're just going to give it all off to Circassia. How old is our... It's not that old. Trade efficiency, you butthole. Alright. I think that that's definitely worth it. Okay, so let us can do 5 a month, that's totally fine. Let's go ahead and declare that war. Same deal. We have our siege expert, and then a combat expert. Ooh, can we get there? To get 1 month. That's fine. we get a breach on those walls, we will definitely I'm fine doing that, because absolutism is like wildly overpowered in terms of just bringing you admin efficiency. There's not a lot we can do with our military power right now. We are embargoing. Everybody's at war with everybody. Except that. And that didn't actually... Great. So 0.7 for 3, that looks good to me. Alright, are there any other forts? No. So we can go ahead and just siege this down. We can repay a loan, we'll extend one. You can split out. You can split out like that. You can split out like that. And you can split out like that. And this should be 99%, if not 100%, in just a second. They're on 94. Sweden declares war on Denmark. Can we get to 100? Great. Caravan power and an additional merchant. Yeah, let's go ahead and get it. And what ideas do you give us? Merchants and trade steering or trade efficiency? So here's the question. Here's a question. Trade efficiency. That's an income modifier. Whereas I think that having an additional merchant and steering would be more valuable. So let's see what happens. 49.34, 54.55. So we make less money overall. Here's what we can do. We can carve them up like that. Nobody really cares. Let's go ahead and do that. That keeps the Ottomans from it gives us a better chunk of the Crimean trade node. This is wrong everything. Oh, you know what? But we can't do that one. It's a lot orthodox. Do we just... I can't reach any of it. So yeah, let's give it over to Circassia. Should have transferred that one first. Then we'd have to transfer all of it because we wouldn't be able to reach it. So and then Kartli. Grand Province. Odishi. Batum. If anyone knows what the rhyme or reason of the order of this list is. Bayesian. I'll give you a little help. And we don't actually care about this, other than we don't want the Ottomans to expand. But that's fine. Let's see, unrest here is pretty dang high. So why don't we park. Got 2 free merchants. Gosh, what a fool I've been. So we can go to Kiev. We got a guy there. We'll do one there, and then one in Kiev. And let's watch what happens. 54 is gonna go, they're not gonna get there. So Kiev, what's the effect of Kiev? It's another 4 up there. Damn. And then what's the effect of this guy in Doab? Another 3. So we're at 45. We're gaining 67 from that. That's pretty darn cool. I can get another 4 out of that. Commonwealth. So at some point we'll have to trounce the Commonwealth, but for now that's fine. So let's just take a glance back at trade nodes. White Sea is now 3rd. Very, very cool. So I think that that's a good place to leave it. We can definitely grab some more trade out of India. And we can also use the income that we're making to build up, just build things up along the way. We don't even have our trade centers optimized. I think that just for the fun of it, because we've got, about 190 years to play around with, I think that we should cripple the Ottomans. I think that we should cripple the English. I think that we should cripple Ming. And if we can do those 3 things, Ottomans just for the fun of it, because we can cripple the Ottomans, then we don't really have anyone that can contend with us. Yeah, we are outpacing them pretty handily. I'm fine with Norway continuing to colonize for us. This is great. We can get another merchant from Vineland, and we can then also maybe take some colonies from England. Though we need to watch France when they become gettable in one war. That's good news for us, but I think Timurids, 38, so 5 years on that. Let's check our aggressive expansion. Yeah, these guys are starting to forgive us. That's good. Too bad this guy's so love to increase him. So anyway, we're gonna leave it there. Thank you all for watching. If you have comments on how I can do a better job either in streaming or in my gameplay, please feel free to let me know. Otherwise, liking, subscribing helps me grow the channel, and thanks again for watching.